Sometimes, people cannot take care of their pets, eventually bringing them to a shelter or, horribly, leaving them on the streets. But when it comes to 13-year-old Reese, something else happened. Her mom left her in a woman's yard with a sad note attached, a note that begged her to take care of Reese.
Before we begin, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos.
Reese was a 13-year-old senior dog who liked nothing more than to love and cuddle with her human. Unfortunately, while that love was returned to Reese, her owner just didn't have the time to care for her. So, they did the only thing she could think of. They took Reese and dropped her off in a stranger's yard with a note attached to her harness. Hopefully, this new owner would be able to give Reese a better life. It wasn't that Reese's previous owner didn't want the Dachshund mix. It's just that they didn't have the time to take care of a senior dog. They didn't think it was fair to keep Reese around when she had 4 young kids to take care of. Not to mention, Reese wasn't exactly fond of kids. All she wanted to do was lie around, get pets, and love her human, her fully grown human. Instead of bringing Reese to a shelter, her owner opted to do something a bit unconventional. They brought Reese to a stranger's house and, without even knocking on the door, left her in the yard and drove away. Thankfully, there was a note attached to Reese explaining to the stranger why there was a senior dog in their front yard. Unfortunately, it wasn't going to be Reese's last stop or her forever home. The note attached to Reese explained why she was in the front yard. It read, "To you, my name is Reese. I am 13 years old, and I do not like little kids. I love to chill. I hope whoever gets this will please take care of my dog. I love her so much, but I don't have time for her. She likes soft food, and she likes real food, but I don't give it to her because she throws up." But that wasn't the end of the letter. The stranger continued reading, "She love all your time and love. I wish I didn't have to do this, but I have 4 kids and no time for her." The note was signed, "Thanks, her mommy." Thankfully, the stranger didn't leave Reese in the yard. She brought the senior dog inside while she thought up her next move. The thing was, she couldn't keep the dog either. She already had 3. It wasn't going to be easy finding Reese a forever home, but after posting on social media, someone tagged a great resource. Keep watching to find out what. Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animals' stories every day. Now, back to the story. It was sad that Reese was just left by her previous owner with nothing more than a note. But the stranger whose front lawn she wound up on couldn't keep the senior dog either. They weren't going to do the same thing as the dog's previous owner, though. The stranger was going to take steps to ensure Reese found a forever home that loved and adored her. It's the least they could do. Not really knowing where to start, the stranger went to Facebook, posting in a private group about their unusual circumstance. At the very least, they hoped someone could point them in the right direction. Then again, at the very best, maybe someone would want to take Reese in. While they weren't so lucky to have someone outright adopt the senior dog, someone did help. They tagged a local animal rescue shelter, Royal Animal Refuge. Royal Animal Refuge got in touch with the stranger right away, asking about Reese and the entire situation. The shelter's director, Mariel Wygand, spoke to the dodo regarding the senior dog's abandonment, saying, "When we heard about it, obviously we were upset. But at the same time we thought, maybe they just didn't know what to do or who to turn to. Now, all they wanted to do was help find Reese a home." While the shelter wasn't exactly pleased with the events that took place, they were very understanding. During an interview with the dodo, shelter director Mariel Wygand said, "One of our animal control facilities does not take surrenders, so it makes it very hard when you can't find a rescue and you don't have anywhere to go. The good news is Reese's situation was about to take a turn for the absolute best. Royal Animal Refuge has a great foster parent program allowing people to take in dogs until they're ready to be adopted. In Reese's case, a veteran foster parent stepped up. Robin Klein was an older lady and agreed to take Reese into her home until the shelter found a more permanent situation for the senior dog. The thing is that a permanent situation was about to roll around faster than anyone could imagine. When Robin took in Reese, she wound up introducing the senior dog to her mother, Susie Reeves. It was pretty much love at first sight. Susie just had a feeling there was something special about the dog, and she was ready for another companion. During an interview with the Dodo, shelter director Wigan said, "Klein's mom is an older lady, and she just recently lost her baby dog a few months ago, so she stepped up to foster." The interview continued with Wigan saying, "Robin said her mom is so in love with Reese already. The original plan was to have Susie foster Reese. It wasn't going to be a permanent situation, but the family soon fell in love with a 13-year-old Dachshund mix that they decided, why not just adopt Reese and make her part of the family?" They wound up making the adoption official pretty quickly. What a whirlwind of a month for Reese. First, she was left on the front lawn of a stranger's house. Her original owner's hope was for that stranger to take the 13-year-old dog into their family, treating her as their own. When that didn't work out, Reese found herself in the hands of the local rescue shelter. The poor senior dog was probably so confused. Thankfully, Susie was ready to help out and make her life better. Susie and Reese couldn't be happier together. During an interview with the Dodo, Wigan spoke of the adoption and how great the ending was for both parties. She said, "She's very happy to give her a home. She told me she's going to be loved, and it's a happy ending for Reese." A happy ending indeed. Reese came a long way from being left on a stranger's front lawn to being loved by an older woman. Reese wasn't the only one who was happy in the end. Susie couldn't have been more thrilled to bring the senior dog into the family, especially since she had recently lost a dog of her own. The two both needed companionship and found it in each other. Reese was going to live out the rest of her days very well loved, and it couldn't have made the rescue shelter any happier. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with your friends and family. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.